ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। सुमुखश्च एकदन्तश्च कपिलो गजकर्णकः लम्बोदरश्च विकटो विघ्नराजो विनायकः धूमकेतुर्गणाध्यक्षः फालचन्द्रो गजाननः वक्रतुण्डः शूर्पकर्णो हेरम्बः स्कन्दपूर्वजः शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। यस्य द्विरदवक्त्राभ्याः पारिषद्भ्याः परस्सतं विघ्नं निघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्सेनं तमाश्रये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय कृष्णाय अक्लिष्टकारिणे नमो वेदान्तवेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे। कृष्णद्वैपायनं व्यासं सर्वभूतहिते रतं वेदाब्जभास्करं वन्दे समाधिनिलयं मुनिं। जन्माद्यस्य यतः अन्वयात् इतरतश्च अर्थेषु अभिघ्नः तेने ब्रह्महृदायः आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजोवारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्तेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। धर्मः प्रोचितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवम् अत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम्। श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृदि अवरुध्यतेः अत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिः तत्क्षणात्। निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखात् अमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिकाः भुवि भावुकाः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। With Bhagavan's grace, let us continue from where we left off yesterday. We came up to slokam number 32, adhyayam 33, skandam number 3. Devahuti has attained fulfillment, has merged with Bhagavan. And then we will continue from slokam 33 onwards today. Kapilaha api Mahayogi Bhagavan Pituhu Asramat Mataram Samanujnapya Prag-udichin Desam Yayao. Kapilaha api Mahayogi Bhagavan Pituhu Asramat Mataram Sama Anudnapya Prag-udichin Desam Yayao. After this is about Devahuti. What did Kapila Bhagavan do after giving Upatesam, such a nectarine Upatesam? And let us see what he did. Mahayogi Bhagavan Kapilaha api. Mahayogi Bhagavan is Yogindra Vandidaya Namaha. Yogeswaraya Namaha. We tell Bhagavan is the Isvara of all the yogas. And Yogindra Vandidaya, people who are very extolled in yogam, they all worship him only. Yogindra Vandidaya Namaha. So that Bhagavan Mahayogi, yogi means not just the physical bending and the body thing that we do. No. It is, as we saw, it is embracing divinity, and there are infinite ways to do that. The common element, the element that goes through all the ways is really prema only. Only prema for Bhagavan. Selfless love, total love for Bhagavan. That is the yoga path. Okay, whichever way you approach it, that's a constant, that's the essence of all yogic pathways. So that Mahayogi, who is nothing but selfless love itself, that is Bhagavan. That is, see, Bhagavan, as the Padam has got beautiful meanings. So many people have explained it so beautifully. Acharyas have explained it very nicely. Okay, in so many ways. You know, Bha, the very sound of Bha indicates effulgence, right? Now, Bhagavan himself says, one beautiful meaning of Bhagavan. Bha, Ga, and Va. Bha means bhakti. Ga is jnanam. Bha is vairagya. Okay? And Bhagavatam, Tama, that Tama indicates supreme, beyond. Okay? Immeasurable, limitless. Sivatamaya, Sivatama. He say Bhagavan, Om Namah Shivaya, Sivataraya, that Tara, that Tama means it is beyond that. It's something that you cannot even capture. That Bhagavan, the effulgence which can limitless, the jnanam that is limitless, the vairagyam that is limitless, which means the Creator is not attached to creation at all. Only that love. That Bhagavan Mahayogi, Kapilaha Hapi, that Kapila also, Mataram Sam Anupnapya, Samanupnapya. We say Anugraham, Anumati, we say. That means getting permission. And also means blessing. They've got different meanings behind it. See, permission is not just a master giving the servant a permission to go. No. The Anugraham, Anumati, when we take Anumati from elders, okay, it is just not permission. That is also imbibed with Anugraham, their blessing. Okay, if I say, Swami, can I leave? If I say, fine, then I have this blessing to leave also. That blessing also goes with me. That is Samanujnaya, taking that blessing and that permission from his mother, Mataram, from his mother. Okay, from his mother. Samadnapya, taking that Anumati and Anugraham and taking a permission to leave. Pituhu Asramat. Pituhu means his father's, with an apostrophe, yes, in English. In Tamil we say, Tandayarudaya. Okay? Pituhu Asramat. The ashramam, with his father's ashramam. Okay? So, the Pituhu Asramat, Asramati means from that ashramam, from his father's ashramam, after getting his mother's permission and blessing, Prag Utichim. Now, Prag means east. Utichi means north. So, Prag Utichi means northeast direction. Prag Utichi Disam. Prag Utichi Disam. In the northeasterly direction, Yayao, he went. So, of Bhagavan Mahayogi, Bhagavan Kapila Bhagavan, took his Anumati and Anugraham from his mother, even though he was a teacher, taught her the Sankhya Yoga. And Sankhya Yoga simply means the Atma, the Vishayangal about Atma, the Atmartham, that is Sravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. All the three are taught in that yoga. Okay? And that is why it's called Sankhya Yoga. And again, the fundamental underlying current is Bhakti. Okay? Bhakti. Please always remember that. So, that took permission from his mother, a blessing, and went from his father's ashramam in the northeasterly direction. Kapilaha api Mahayogi Bhagavan Pituhu Asramat Mataram Samanudnapya Prag Utichim Disam Yayao. In our limited understanding, extremely limited understanding and speculating, we are talking about something that happened about 1.32 trillion human years ago. So who can say exactly what happened? Immediate curiosity is, where is Kapila Bhagavan? The question is there. He is still here. He is still here. That is why when in the Ikshvaku Vamsam, before the Ganga came down from the Devalokam to Bhulokam, the Bhagirath brought it, and the story we all shared it earlier. And at that time, this is also, you're talking of millions of years ago in the Treta Yuga, probably even before the Treta Yuga. So at that time, the Kapila Bhagavan was there in what is known as Kapila Aranyam. Today we call it as California, right? Which is directly below where Bharatadesam is, right? So where is he today? Where can we? All these are speculations. The important thing is, just like they go to Badrinath today, the Badri Kshetra, the Nara Narayana are still doing tapas there. Bhagavan is not somewhere sitting in Vaikuntham and just, having a nice time. No. He's very much part of us. And he is doing tapas for the welfare of all the beings. Kapila Bhagavan is doing exactly that. So he went northeasterly direction. And northeasterly direction from Bharatadesam. Okay. I remember this area was near the Saraswati River, right? That is where this teaching took place. And that is where Katyava Prajapati was. Now, where exactly was Saraswati River at that time? Nobody knows. But it's in Himalayan region. Northeast he went. Those days, the continents were all together. Please understand that. There was no Pacific Ocean or Atlantic Ocean. They were all together. So he went. And as Kanchi Mahapariva rightly pointed out, when they went, the Kapila Muni, remember, when they went looking for their ancestors and found them as the Ishwaku Kulam Anusman, I think Anusman is the name of the king, Sagara's son. And so number of the 60,000 sons that she had, they all went looking for that Aswamedha Yagam, that horse that was stolen, and they found the horse was grazing near this Rishi who was in Samadhi, and next to him there was a big mountain of ashes of all the people being killed. And so they got angry and they tried to attack him, etc. That story I'm not going to get into. But the important thing is, they went underground from Bharatadesam, and then they saw a Rishi doing tapas there. And as Mahapariva points out, that place is nothing but Kapila Aranyam, which we call as California today. Please remember that. So he went towards northeastern direction. Now, number 34 and 35. Siddha Charana Gandharvaihi Munibihi cha Apsaroganaihi Stuyamanaha Samudrena Datta Arhana Niketanaha Aste Yogam Samarthaya Sankhya Acharyahi Abhishtutaha Trayanam Api Lokanam Upasantyai Samahitaha. Very important. All the three worlds, Trayanam api lokanam upasantyai samahitaha. It's one thing to say samasta lokaha sukhino bhavantu. Another thing is to develop the tapas, the mind, the purity to actually make it happen. Okay? That is the tapas Bhagavan, Kapila Bhagavan is still doing. Now, as he was walking, what happened? Siddha Charana Gandharvaihi. Siddhas, Charanas, Gandharvas, various creations. Munibihi, Munihal. Apsaroganaihi, the groups of Apsaras. Stuyamanaha. He was being worshipped by them, by all of them. Then also, Samudrena Datta Arhana Niketaraha. So, the Samudram has happened in Ramayana BC. Samudrarajan came and worshipped Rama, right? And like that, the Samudram also was worshipping Samudra Arhana Niketanaha. So, the Niketan means a place to reside. So, the Samudra Raja offered him, worshipped him and offered him a place to the side, so to speak. Does it mean he was living in the ocean? I don't know. But Kapila Aranyam makes sense because that is close to the ocean those days. Okay? So then Sankhya Acharyahi. The Acharya means the Acharatiti iti Acharyaha. Acharya means one who practices. Practices what? The Shastrangal. Slavanam, Mananam, Nividhyasanam. The Sankhya Acharyahi. Sankhya Yoga simply means Atma Vishayam, Slavanam, to hear this, to listen to it. What is it? It is indestructible, loving, selfless, so many things, limitless, so many attributes we give to this Atma, to this selfless love, to Prema, right? So many attributes we give. Sravanam, hear all this, which we are going to hear more as we hear the stories and glories of various avatars in Bhagavatam. And Mananam, I must regurgitate it in my mind calmly. And the moment I start not only reflecting and thinking about it, but I must actually masticate on that. Then you get the sweet juice keeps pouring out. Then once that's understood intellectually with clarity, Vididhyasanam, I must practice that in my conduct. The person who does all this Sankhya Yogam is Sankhya Acharya. All those people, this is what Devahuti did. So various Sankhya Acharyas, Abhishtutaha, also they were also worshipping him. Like Abhivadanam. Abhivadanam means doing namaskaram, offering reverence and worship. So Abhishtutaha. So as he was walking, Yogam Samastaya, Kapila Bhagavan went northeastern direction, receiving worship from all these beings, including the Sankhya Acharyas, Gandharvas, Apsaras, and Siddhargal, Charanargal, and the Samudra Rajan also worshipped and offered him a place. Swami, please stay here. Say what? Bhagavan is there everywhere. But he took residence in order to do Yogam Samastaya, Sama-asthaya, to be established in the Yogam. Yogam is again, it is not Ashtanga Yogam, it's not a yoga we say moment immediately, it is marketed in a different way, bending body this way. No. Yogam simply means oneness with Bhagavan. And the moment I become selfless love, automatically I give the maximum benefit to the whole world just by my very presence. Okay? That Yogam Samastaya. Why? Trayanam Lokanam Api Upasanthyaihi. For the kshemam, for the well-being, for the welfare, for the sukham and peace. Literally, so much mental agitations are there among people. People do not have peace. But to grant them peace, what more wealth does one need while we are living than peace? Think. Not body, not physical comfort, not wealth, not position, not power. None of those things mean anything. Not age. Okay, none of those things mean anything. Peace in the mind. The mind is peaceful and very healthy, so come. That is the real well-being. That is a real kshemam in the company of Bhagavan. That's where I can have kshemam. So, Trayanam, Lokanam, Api, Upasantyahi, for that purpose, he was doing Yogam Samastaya. Samahitaha Aste. Samahitaha, doing tapas. Okay? Samahitaha Aste. He is there. It is Aste is a present continuous verb. He is present. He's not gone anywhere. It is not like Bhagavan Avataram came and then he disappeared. No, like the way Naranarayana Avataram is, which is to this day, as I speak to you, it is available in Badri. If you go there, you can feel it. It's incognizant. It's something beyond senses, but you will definitely feel it. Like that, Bhagavan Kapila is still doing this yogam for for the welfare and the well-being of all the world. Otherwise, how do you think you and I will even get the subject of Sankhya Yogam to study? You think Bhagavad Gita is available, but how is it available? Right? Avatara Purusha Krishna came, etc. But this spreading the Sankhya Yoga knowledge, this about Atma, this Sravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, the pathway of Bhakti. How come we know that? Because of Bhagavan's tapas. This is why you and I are connected to Bhagavan all the time. So that love, prema, is very much present, and constantly the parayanam, the goal, objective, and the work, if you want to call it, Bhagavan love doesn't do any work, but if you want to call it, is really for the welfare and the well-being of every being. That Kapila Bhagavan, Samahitaha Aste. Siddhacharana Gandharvaihi Munibihi cha Apsaroganaihi Stuyamanaha Samudrena Datta Arhana Niketanaha Aste Yogam Samastaya Sankhya Acharyahi Abhishtutaha Trayanam Api Lokanam Upasanthyai Samahitaha. Number 36. Yetat Nigat Itam Tata Yat Prishtaha Aham Tava Anagha Kapilasya cha samvadaha devahutyaha cha pavanaha. What a beautiful sentence it is. Only Sanskritam, the beauty of Sanskritam brings tears to your eyes. Yetat negatitam tata yat prishtaha aham tava anagha kapilasya cha samvadaha devahutyaha cha pavanaha. Pavanaha means very pure. And what is so pure? Kapilasya cha devahutyaha cha samvadaha. Samvadam between Kapila and Devahuti, that is so pure. Pavanaha means pure, absolutely zero impurity. Pavitram. That samvadam, again, quickly reviewing, there are 4 types of talk. Vadam, Prativadam, Vidandavadam, Samvadam. Okay? Vishnu Sahasranamam Bhishma Yudhishthira Samvade, Bhagavad Gita Krishnarjuna Samvade. Samvadam. Samvadam means supreme, most beneficial, blissful, thing that really does only Shreyas. That kind of a discussion, that's Samvadam. And what kind of a discussion is most beneficial? Only discussion about Bhagavan, about love. The more I talk about love, the more loving I become, because I keep its company. That is Samvadam. So this Samvadam between Kapila and Devahuti, naturally it is pure, right? And so here, number 36, Anagha, beautiful. Anagha is here, Anagha means, in Tamil we say, Kutram Atravane. Agha means Kutram, impurity. Anagha means pure. Sahasranamam, one name for Bhagavan is Anagha. Anagha. And this Anagha, a pure, Masatravane, we say in Tamil, and the absolutely pure, right? Without any impurity. So he's addressing Vidura. Maitreya is addressing Vidura, because Vidura is the one who asked the question first. So he says, Anagha, and he also says, Tata. Tata means my child. Tata means 2 things. Tata basically means child, okay? And a very, not just a regular child, a most dear, darling kind of a child, it is, adorable child, okay? All the loving, the tremendous love is in that word, Tata. The mother's love is there in that word, okay? So Tata, so Anagha Tata, a pure, my darling pet, my darling child, is very, now Maitreya is addressing Vidura, okay? He says, Tava aham yat prishtaha. Tava, by you. Aham, I. Yet, which. Prishtaha, questioned. What I was questioned by you. Okay? In English, what I was questioned by you. Tava aham yat prishtaha anagataka kapilasya cha devahutyaha cha. Kapilas and devahutis pavanaha, very pure, pavitram, samvadaha, the most beneficial discussion, the conversation. Yetat, yetat, in this way, nigatitam. Nigatitam means without any leftovers, without any balance, without any residue, totally, completely, without leaving anything out. Etat vigatitam, without leaving anything out, completely, totally, fully, has been described. Etat vigatitam, it has been described this way. On what has been described? What you asked of me, my dear child. You asked me what happened, the discussion, beautiful, beneficial, the conversation between Kapila and Devahuti, that has been described now without leaving anything out. Is what Maitreya says to tell Vidura. Okay? Now let us move on to 36 and 37. Yetat vigatitam tata yat prishtaha aham tava anagha kapilasya cha sambadaha devahutyaha cha pavanaha. 37. Yaha idam anushrunoti yaha abhigatte kapila munehe matam atmayoga guhyam bhagavati krutadhihi suparna ketau upalabhate bhagavat padara vindam. Yaha idam anushrunoti yaha abhigatte kapila munehe matam atmayoga guhyam bhagavati krutadhihi suparna ketau upalabhate bhagavat padara vindam. Suparna ketau. Suparna is name for Garuda. Okay. Parna means wings. Suparna means most beautiful wings. Okay. Suparna ketau, the one who has the Garuda, we call it as Garuda Vahanam, right? Let us see. The Ketau means one who's got a banner, the flagstaff of Garuda. That Bhagavan is Sriman Narayana. Bhagavatihi, Bhagavan, in Bhagavatihi, in that Bhagavan. Kruta dihi, dihi, buddhi, kruta, to do. That buddhi is completely directed only towards him. That mind is directed only towards this Bhagavan carrying this Garuda banner, Sriman Narayana. And Atma Yoga Gukhyam Idam Kapila Munehe Matam. Kapila Munehe Matam. Matam means not just a religion. Please don't use the word religion. Matam means opinion. Matam means pathway. The mind creates a pathway. Right? That's the kind of thing Matam means. Kapila Munehe Matam, in this case, it means the teaching of Kapila Muni. And what is the teaching? Atma Yoga Gukhyam. Gukhyam does not mean it is secret. Please. It means something unexplored. Bhagavan is available to anybody and everybody who wants. Okay, he's available, but accessible only to the people who try to reach him. Available. But because we don't make effort, he remains a secret. So we call it as Gukhyam. Gukhyam does not mean secret. It's a very bad English translation people do. It just means unexplored, remains unknown. Remains unknown. It is to be known, easily known, but remains unknown because you don't take efforts to know it. That's why it's Gukhyam. That is Atma Yogam. It is Sankhya Yogam. With Atma Yogam. That is Kapila Munehe Matam. This is the teaching of Kapila Muni. Idam, this teaching of Kapila Muni, which teaches about the Artha Yogam. And that one, Yaha Anusrunoti, whoever, not Srunoti, it's Anusrunoti. Anusrunoti means completely connected with, completely imbibed in it, connected with it without any difference, right? Completely embracing it and making it one's own. That is Anusrunoti. Anu means next to Bhagavan, close to Bhagavan. That's what the word Anu means, okay? And so here, Yaha Anusrunoti, who is this Yaha? Suparnaketo Bhagavati Krutadihi Yaha. One whose buddhi is completely directed towards Bhagavan, mind is completely focused on him, that's Sriman Narayana. And then who, that person who, Yaha Anusrunoti, he listens to it with vinayam, with love, with sincerity, and full attention and humility and all that. With so much love he listens to it. Yaha Abhidatte, also, those people, again, Suparnaketo Bhagavatihi Krutadihi Yaha, with the mind focused on Bhagavan, who Abhidatte, who also share this with others. Not only one must be listening completely, also one who shares it, okay, with others. Those people, Bhagavat Padara Vindam, the Kamala Padam of Bhagavan, Upalabhate, he attains it. Whoever with the Krutadihi, with Bhagavan, mind focused on Bhagavan, and listens to this most beneficial teaching from Kapila Muni about Sankhya Yogam, Bhakti Yogam, whatever name you call it, that idea, that Artha Yoga, Gukhyam, that knowledge, listens to it with full heart, okay? And whoever also shares this knowledge with others, that person reaches the Kamala Padam of Sriman Narayanan. Upalabhate, labhate means attain. Upalabhate, come, again, Upa means Upanishad, we say close to, next to. He's right there on Bhagavan's lotus feet. He finds himself seated there. Yaha idam anusrunoti yaha abhigatte Kapila Munehe matam Artha Yoga Gukhyam Bhagavati Krutadhihi Suparna Ketau Upalabhate Bhagavat Padara Vindam. Iti Srimad Bhagavate Mahapurane Vaiyasikyam Ashtadasa Sagasriyam Paramahamsyam Samhikayam Tritiya Skandhe Kapileya Upakhyane Traya Trimso Adhyayaha. Thus, Srimad Bhagavatam, the Mahapuranam, which is composed, given to us by Vyasa, and has got 1,000 Ashtadasa Sahasram. So Ashtadasa means 108, and Sahasra means 1,000. So many Sohimgal are there. And it is Paramahamsyam. And it is Paramahamsam, which means it is like that Paramahamsa bird that distills. The whole creation is a misra. There is love and there is material world, right? So it separates it and gives you only the essence of Amritam, the nectar, Paramahamsyam. Samhitayam, Samhitai. It is doing only benefit for the whole creation. Samhitai, okay? That kind of a Mahapuranam it is, Paramahamsyam, because it gives only Amritam, nectar. Tritiya Skandhe, in the third skandham, which is called Kapileya Upakhyane. Upakhyane, Kapila Upakyanam. That is the name for this the Adhyayam. In the Tritiya Skandhe, in the third skandham, Kapileya Upakhyane, in the titled or the named or the called as the Kapila Upakyanam, Traya Trimso, Traya, 3, Trimsaha, 30, 33 Adhyayah. Thus ends the 33 Adhyayam, which is called Kapila Upakhyanam, which appears in the third skandham of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is a Mahapuranam composed, given to us by Vyasa. It has got 1,108 more than that. 108,000. That's probably the word to do it. 108,000 slokangal. It's a Paramahamsam, with the nectar, the Amritam. In the whole Bhagavatam is only that. And it is a Samhita just only for the benefit for not only humanity but for all the beings in the world. Thus, this 33rd Adhyayam ends, the third skandam ends, Samaptam. Iti, Tritiya Skandaha Samaptaha, the third skandam thus ends. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Santit